Ready to go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to officially call this work session meeting of the Mayor and Council to order. At this time, I ask everyone to please rise for a moment of silent prayer and or reflection as we think of our veterans and honor all who have served. Please salute the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we get started, please note the fire exits are behind you into the main hallway and also through the side door into the courtroom. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and attend any meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interests is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with this act, the Mayor and Council of the Borough of New Milford have caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted in the Borough Hall. Notices have been sent to the Record and the Ridgewood News. The mission of this governing body is to provide essential services through the establishment and implementation of public policy that will safeguard the infrastructure, provide fair, honest, courteous, and professional services, establish a sense of trust and accomplishment between all residents, and through research and prudent planning seek to minimize risk while improving our services. We are sensitive to the needs and satisfaction of our taxpayers, while realizing that this governing body cannot be all things to all people, within the revenue constraints imposed by state mandates, economic conditions, and prevailing attitudes about taxation. At this time, I would ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Councilwoman Sanusin.
Here.
Councilman Zellner.
Here.
Council President Duffy.
Here.
Councilman Grotzky. Councilman Seymour.
Here.
Councilwoman Grant.
Here.
Mayor Petrino.
Here. Okay, the first item on the agenda tonight is appointments. And may I get a motion to appoint John Stormer, Fire Company Number 1, Brandy Stormer, Fire Company Department 1, and Peter Canuclis, Junior Firefighter Auxiliary.
So moved.
May I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Well, congratulations and thank you, John, Brandy, and Peter, for your service to our borough. Under unfinished business, may I get a motion for the approval of the minutes for the October 27th, 2025 closed and public session meetings?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. We have one ordinance up for adoption tonight, and that would be 2025:31. And when the clerk has the opportunity, I would ask her to please read the ordinance.
An ordinance to amend Chapter 16 of the Revised General Ordinances of the Borough of New Milford entitled Garbage and Refuse, thereby amending subsection 16-3.5 entitled Property Owners' Responsibilities.
Okay, the purpose of this ordinance is to set the new fees for the recycling containers, which are $26, and if you want the lid, it's an additional $5. May I get a motion to open to the public for a public hearing on this ordinance?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen of the public, if anyone has any questions or comments regarding this ordinance, now would be your opportunity to come forward. And seeing that no member of the public wishes to come forward about this at this time, I would ask for a motion to close to the public.
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I get a motion to adopt this ordinance on its final reading?
So moved.
May I get a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Sanusin.
Yes.
Councilman Zellner.
Yes.
Council President Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Seymour.
Yes.
Councilwoman Grant.
Yes.
Okay. And new homeowners still get one for free. Okay. Under new business, item number 1 is Memorial Bench and Tree Dedication Program. Councilwoman Grant and Councilman Zollner. So,
just a little bit of history regarding this. There were a couple of people in the Milford who had asked about memorial dedications to family, and at the time we had nothing in place for it. So Mayor Petrino, being that it has to do with borough property, DPW, fields, recreation, created a committee, asked myself and Councilman Grant to be part of that committee, and we sat down with a Director John Heineman, and Silbrecher, our superintendent. John put together, authored a nice piece going forward for this commemorative benches and trees. With that, we sat down and we spoke with the four of us spoke and came, as you see, which is like the email says, it provides the residents and families with very heartfelt dedication to their loved ones. So there was some research done by John and Sil as far as the benches go. They picked out numerous benches, many different styles. So we chose one that has the engraving already in the bench instead of a plaque, which can be more costly and also unfortunately lifted. And the trees themselves will be dedicated with a plaque at the base of the tree, and could be in front of the donor's home or anywhere in the borough, and that's why the Recreation DPW is involved, because they can request to the borough, to the council, where they will be located. So it's at our discretion where these benches and trees will be placed. They'll enhance recreation. They'll enhance our borough properties regarding the benches. I think it's a great idea. As you all see, you all had a copy of this. The benches are 6 feet. The cost is $2,000 per bench. They'll be maintained by the borough through a period of time as to where they can't be. The trees, however, it's a $700 cost, and there are stipulations within the first few years regarding storms or a hazard, so to speak, where we will be responsible up to the second year, I believe it is, Patty? The second year, we will replace that tree at the donor's cost, but at the borough's cost instead of the initial price. If a resident has their tree placed in front of their home, of course the tree stays. However, the plaque can remain, or they will be able to take the plaque with them. I think it's a great idea. Like I said, there has been at least one person that we know of who is very, very involved through the community, and their family would love to see some kind of memorial placed in their honor. So this was a program, and now it would like to become a policy. So I'm hoping that everyone here would be accommodating to it, and I'll yield to Councilwoman Grant.
Thanks. You did a fine job in summarizing what the proposed policy entails. The borough, there will be as many benches as it seems appropriate to have in town. It has to be aesthetic as well. So, we have plenty of room for plenty of benches, so I don't think we're going to run out of space anytime soon. I think this is a terrific idea. The only thing that occurred to me, and it occurred to me as you were talking already, the first sentence says dedications are open to individuals, families, and community groups. We didn't say to New Milford residents or of New Milford. Do we want to allow outside groups, families, or individuals to do this in our borough? That's something that I don't believe we ever talked about. I think we all assumed that, but we may want to actually memorialize that in the actual policy.
I think we put it in the policy.
Okay, so we can revise that first sentence, and that'll take care of that. It seems to me that it should be just for people and community groups in New Milford. Okay.
Hattie is our chief editor.
So, are we, by saying that, we're saying that either the family or the person had to have lived in New Milford?
Something like the flags?
It,
The memorial
The banners?
flags?
yes, there
Banners.
needs to be a relationship to New Milford.
Right.
It can't be just some, group from Connecticut.
I'm totally okay with that.
Too many organizations. And originally we thought about organizations. We deleted that because we don't want this to become commercial.
Yes.
Right.
So you don't want somebody from Connecticut or New York
Right.
coming in and putting a flag.
But this would allow, say, the Elks to donate a bench to a fallen member. Right. Right. The women's club, anything. Right. Yes.
Within the borough.
Yes.
All that percentage just has to be changed to indicate that, and that's an easy fix.
Do you think that sounds okay, right? Because we're not discriminating, whatever, we're allowed to do that as a bench. Okay?
From the bench, we'll not have a plaque on it. I'm not sure if you mentioned that. The whatever the person wants to have written there actually will be etched into the bench.
Yes.
So that and it's 3 lines. I mean, the specifications are in the policy, and easy to follow.
We really do want to commend John Hyman, who actually authored this originally from something for us to start our meetings on, and Sil, who also investigated and did some work on the benches for what we might have needed and what was conducive to our needs and cost efficiency. So they did a fabulous job, as they always do.
Yeah, we only need 1 meeting to hash this out, and it was a very cooperative meeting and worked well. And
Excellent.
Yeah.
This would be memorialized by an ordinance, John?
I think we should.
Okay.
It doesn't just become a
Do you want me
policy,
to
it's an ordinance.
fix that first sentence, or can you adjust it
I
so that
would prefer you do it the way that you want it to sound.
This quiz is gets involved, right?
Yeah, if you want to send me what you're drafting, and then we can, if it's probably easier, right, to then put into the ordinance.
Yeah, I mean, I can do
You
it.
want to do it? Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Is this its own, or is this going to go fit into something we already have?
I'm going to ask the people who do our codification, because they always give us the idea of where they think it falls.
Okay.
So if it's a policy that comes, it wouldn't come under, say, recreational DPW, it would just be an ordinance that's created?
It might come under recreation because it's recreation property that we're using, at least for
Well,
the
we're
benches.
also using borough property at the same
For the
time.
trees, right. We'll find out where it should go. So that means we would have it
So we can introduce this.
at the next meeting.
So December meeting, we could prove it.
Yeah.
Regarding the trees, you're giving a 1-year guarantee. Is that what this looks like?
Cut, yes. And if it dies within the first year, the borough will replace it.
And then if it dies in the 3rd year,
We'll replace it at our cost. I mean, the homeowner will have to pay for it, but they won't be paying that amount. They will be paying whatever the borough would pay to purchase the tree.
but it's a little confusing because say it's planted on the easement.
Right.
And
It dies in the first year.
it dies in the
The
first
borough
year.
replaces the tree.
Now it dies
In the 3rd year,
3rd year.
borough replaces
What
the
if
tree.
they say, I don't want the tree anymore, it keeps dying, plants a tree there, I don't care.
Goes away.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't.
The plaque there, or you can either leave it there or you can remove it. The plaque becomes personal property.
I love how it's like it becomes a thing. Seems a little dramatic. I think that's a little harsh.
It's accurate.
Oh, if you leave it behind, it's abandoned.
Well, that has a legal implication to it. Danger.
Yes, nobody buys that property, and the people that leave the property, the people that buy that property don't necessarily have to leave that property.
No, they would find it. They would think it, right? So you're gonna send to John. Yeah, just
Keep talking, Duffy.
That's what we're trying to not have.
And then also, under the benches, if a bench is damaged beyond repair in its 10th year, we'll make a reasonable effort to replace it.
Oh.
What does that mean?
Exactly what it says.
You can't be a guardian to that bench for lifetime.
But like a piece of wood and a rusty nail.
Whatever bench.
Same DPW that will try to fix up everything.
Okay.
Sometimes even they can't.
So
Hard to imagine.
Rare.
It's rare.
Right.
Rare. I wasn't there.
I really believe in the program, and
I do too.
I think it would work well with a new
Thank you
metro.
for doing this, guys.
Sandy, do you have a question?
do have a question regarding the benches. Thank you, Mayor. So it's to follow up on the 10-year lifespan of the bench. So do people have an opportunity to renew the bench if it's not like, is it kind of like a 10-year expiration?
No, that was, the bench stays there forever until it's done.
Until it no longer.
Right.
Okay. It's
I like the
serviceable.
bench.
A material.
I don't remember what it
Mystery map.
It's like the breast and the heart. As a,
I think about.
yeah.
Like the Trek stuff, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So it should last a long time.
Sandy, it's the truck.
Okay.
If it stretches, you love it.
It's a good program, and I'm glad we're moving forward with it. So, item number 2 is schedule updates. Tomorrow, Tuesday, November 11th, is our annual Veterans Day ceremony, sponsored by the New Milford Public Events Committee. It'll take place at 11 a.m. on the Borough Hall lawn. On Saturday, November 15th, is the Stand Up for Veterans Comedy Night, sponsored by the New Milford VFW. It'll take place at the New Milford VFW at 8 p.m. On Sunday, December 7th, is our annual holiday tree lighting, sponsored by the New Milford Public Events Committee. It'll take place at 6 p.m. at the Borough Hall. On Monday, December 8th, is our annual holiday nativity lighting. It's also sponsored by the Public Events Committee. It'll also take place at 6 o'clock at the Borough Hall. And on Sunday, December 14th, is our annual holiday menorah lighting, sponsored by the Public Events Committee. It'll take place at 6 p.m. on the Borough Hall lawn. All of our holiday lightings will be at 6 p.m. on the Borough Hall lawn. And at all of our holiday lightings, we ask for it to be a food donation. So anyone who attends, we ask that you bring 1 or 2 cans of non-perishable items that we will send over to the local food pantry.
And that concludes my reports for the month.
Okay. That's right, because yeah. This is new. I just heard about that today.
Great job, Ken.
Thank you very much.
Was there any... Okay. So I learned about it today. Saturday, November 15th is Stand Up for Veterans Comedy Night. All of the comedians there are actual veterans. So it's a fundraiser for the VFW. It'll be held at the VFW at 8 p.m. It's a great way to conclude Veterans Week, with the comedy night.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What's on that?
It was $35, I believe.
Yeah.
I will send the flyer to Chris and read it on the website. Okay. Was there any events that I missed up until December? No? Okay. And unfortunately, in case people do not know, there will be no Santa Claus coming on a helicopter this year. Unfortunately, Santa Claus has another obligation, and we're hoping to get him to visit by helicopter again next year.
Oh, I'll come in.
Okay. Item number 3, State Administrator's Report.
Yes. Short report tonight. A few little engineering updates. Main Street Improvement Project, the concrete work is underway this week. The ADA renovation of the 2 bathrooms on the first floor of Borough Hall is underway. And this is my favorite of the report. We actually have, I don't even want to say it because I'm nervous, but the DEP actually ruled in favor on something for us. They've confirmed that we can begin the work already approved for the French Brook restoration concurrently with the submission of an application for a minor technical modification to expand the scope of work. So we're going to be able to start the part that we already have the approval for. And there's a resolution on tonight's agenda authorizing the engineering for the additional design, the DEP application, and the construction management. So that's that. Borough Hall is closed tomorrow, November 11th, in observance of Veterans Day. And our next meeting for the Mayor and Council is a public session scheduled for Monday, November 24th at 7 p.m. And that's it for the Mayor.
Any questions for the Administrator?
I have a question about the French Grove. Do we know about start time, like when they'll actually start?
The first week of December was the tentative schedule.
I have a question, Chris. I don't know if this would come through your office, but any feedback from our food pantry about our food drive?
I haven't gotten any feedback from the food pantry, but I will tell you, we had an incredible response. Yeah.
We had a good turnout at the football game that night.
It actually made me think that it would be beneficial for us to do those a couple of times a year.
I was going to mention,
because it was so worthwhile, and people are always willing to help.
I was going to mention it later, but since we were talking about the food pantry, I've been in contact with them, and I told them, once we got past the food drive and the holidays, we would sit down with them. They wanted our help to be, better marketing partners, because I found out so many people in town didn't realize we either had a food pantry, where it was, how they drop stuff off. So I said we would sit down with them and work with them, and we'll figure out something so when we do things like this, we're not starting from scratch. We can just, boom, and serve the people we need. So that's good.
Yeah, we don't have to establish or create something. It's
Right.
already there.
It's weird because we don't have a liaison. We don't. But we want. We'll sit down with them and I'll make sure that you're in on that meeting. Okay.
I actually spoke with Tracy Dorr not too long ago and told her I'd be interested in working with us. So if you're going to go forward with that, I'd be happy.
Excellent. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Has everyone had a chance to look at the resolutions? Are there any that need to be pulled for further vote and or discussion? If not, may I get a motion to open up to the public for public comment?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen of the public, if anyone has any questions or comments regarding the good and welfare of the Borough of Milford, we invite you to come on up and we'll give you 5 minutes. Seeing that no member of the public wishes to come forward at this time, I would ask for a motion to close to the public.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I get a motion to adopt resolutions 2025:244 through 2025:249?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be going into closed session.
Can I say one
Sure.
thing? I am so happy, and I want to congratulate my colleagues, Lisa and Randy, for their glorious and fantastic win. And I'm so happy that I will not be sitting next to a stranger come next meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We will be going into closed session. When we come out of closed, we will immediately adjourn the meeting without taking any action. So may I get a motion to go into closed?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? And the last thing I want to say is I just wanted to congratulate the New Milford High School Athletics. They've had a very successful fall season. The boys soccer, girls soccer, volleyball, football, and cross country, all in the playoffs this year. So bravo to them and to our athletes.
Also, the high school musical is later this month. So if anybody...
I don't have a flyer for that.
I saw it on Facebook. Thank goodness for Facebook sometimes.
Can you send me the flyer?
If I could find it. Yeah. And I think it's the 19th, 20th, and 21st, somewhere in there. It's pretty nice.
So when I said schedule, you're supposed
I wasn't thinking of that because that's not my thing, actually.
Boys, girls, soccer.
Boys and girls. Yes, and
No,
football.
November. I think like 19th, 20th, 21st. It's a Friday, Saturday date, I'm not sure. It's soon. Yeah.
So we're all in favor, closed. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Want to close the door?